The Road to Sampo. Huang Sok-yong was born in 1943 in Manchuria, present-day Changchun, China, and later returned to Korea following the Korean War. Since the 1960s, he has been an influential writer, known for his realistic depictions of history and the lives of marginalized people. His works often reflect the struggles of laborers, farmers, and the urban poor, capturing the pain left by war and division with deep social consciousness. Some of his most notable works include The Road to Sampo, The Guest, The Shade of Weapons, Jang Gil-san, and Familiar Things. Among them, The Road to Sampo stands out as a poignant portrayal of human alienation. In the wake of Korea's industrialization, depicting the struggles of wandering souls searching for a place to belong, Huang's commitment to realism and historical narratives has made him one of Korea's most important writers. He was imprisoned for violating national security laws in 1989 after visiting North Korea and Germany, but was pardoned in 1998. Despite facing political adversity, he has continued to write, documenting the untold stories of the working class and the impact of historical events on human lives. A cold winter day, a man walks alone along a desolate country road. His name is Young Dal, a construction worker without a home, without a destination. Dressed in a faded military jacket, carrying a small bundle of belongings, he moves with the weary steps of a lifelong wanderer. Soon, he meets another traveler, an older man named Jiang. Like Young Dal, Jiang has spent decades drifting from one construction site to another, never settling down. With a sigh, Jiang tells him, "I've finally had enough of this wandering life. I'm going back to my hometown Sampo. It's a good place." Young Dal says nothing but quietly falls into step beside him. Two men, of different generations, but bound by the same path, the same fate. Together, they continue down the endless road. They arrive at a small train station, hoping to find a way forward. As they warm themselves with rice wine, a commotion erupts nearby. A woman, loud and defiant, is arguing with a man. Her name is Baek Hwa, a former barmaid, who has been caught trying to run away without paying her debts. Her employer is furious, threatening to report her to the police. Young Dal watches for a moment before muttering, "She's got it rough. Let's take her with us." Jiang hesitates, but before he can object, Young Dal lies to the police, claiming to know her. Thanks to his quick thinking, Baek Hwa is released, and just like that, their duo becomes a trio. Together, they set off down the road once more. As they walk, they share their stories. Jiang speaks of returning home after 30 years on the road. "Sampo is a beautiful place," he says dreamily. "I'm going to settle down and live there for good." But Young Dal doesn't believe him. "Come on, Jiang. Guys like us don't settle down. We're all just wanderers." Baek Hwa laughs bitterly, agreeing. "I've been drifting my whole life too. I meet men, lean on them for a while, then move on. It's not my choice if the world just won't let me stay in one place." As night falls, their words grow heavier, filled with regret, longing, and the weight of the lives they have led. They stop at a rundown inn for the night. The room is cold and worn, but for the first time in a while, they feel a sense of warmth. Baek Hwa, playful and mischievous, turns to Young Dal. "Hey, why don't we run away together? Just the two of us." But Young Dal only smirks. "You're not the kind of woman who stays in one place for long." Baek Hwa pouts, but deep down, she knows the truth. She is not meant to stay, just as they are not meant to belong anywhere. Meanwhile, Jiang stares out the window, smoking a cigarette. He dreams of Sampo, of finally ending his wandering days. But can he really go home after so many years? The next day, they continue their journey. But then a revelation. Sampo isn't what it used to be, Jiang murmurs. They've built factories there. It's not a quiet fishing village anymore. Young Dal laughs dryly. "See, Jiang? There's no such thing as home for people like us." Jiang falls silent, disappointment flickering across his face. Baek Hwa suddenly stops walking. She hoists her bag onto her shoulder and turns toward a distant village. "You two go on. I've got my own road to take." Without a single glance back, she walks away, disappearing into the distance. Young Dal and Jiang watch her go, silently smoking their cigarettes. And then, it's just the two of them again. Jiang continues towards Sampo, but his steps seem uncertain. Does he really believe he can settle down? Or will he, like always, find himself back on the road? Young Dal, watching him, asks, "Jiang, do you really think Sampo is still waiting for you?" But Jiang does not answer. He simply keeps walking. The road to Sampo is not merely a travel story. It is a meditation on life, displacement, and the longing for a home that no longer exists. Sampo is not just a place. It is a symbol of lost dreams, the illusion of a home that time has erased. But in the end, there is no resolution, no destination. The road never ends. Some, like Baek Hwa, leave without looking back. Some, like Jiang, cling to the hope of returning. And some, like Young Dal, know the truth. that people like them will always be wanderers. And so, the road stretches on, endless as life itself.